Hello, this is Wmpyr, here to show you guys a stick choke in a little bit more realistic fashion. Okay, part of what makes it more realistic this time around is I'm gonna chain them together and kind of do them more as like a combination type of thing. So first one's first is you hitting the opponent, you end up close, and you get into a headlock type situation. I think this is real natural, and once this occurs, okay. I think the stick choke that is very high chance from here is just to put the stick right on the side of the neck. Left hand pulls to the left, right hand pulls to the right, and here you go. This is the Dog Brothers Fang choke, which I saw in one of their instructional videos, and it just makes sense. Those guys are really brilliant, and you put the stick on the side of the neck, and you're pulling here. Pulling from this side, pulling from that side. You see what this does? The stick goes this way, meaning it's knocking it out. It's going to be right here, so it's the whole throat, the Adam's apple is going to be knocked off to the side. It's brutal. And let's say you overshoot. You see, so the stick is now sticking out over here. You overshoot, it's still brutal here, but obviously the more the side on the right hand is sticking out, the more leverage you get. So this is better. But even here, I mean, this is something I don't want to receive. And if you're having trouble with all this, then you could just simplify and just stab right into the neck. See, I'm just stabbing, and then my left hand is pushing, so I'm getting this leverage right here. And you could have your left hand hold it to secure it, and then the right hand could pop it in deeper. You could twist it in. You're just shoving the stick right into the neck, just straight in, just a brutal squash, smashing in type of thing. Okay, now let's say you're having trouble with this too, then I recommend just get the stick and just put it right under your armpit. So from here, boom, like this, and you could just switch hands, because if they're blocking your right hand for whatever reason, they're grabbing it and blocking it, you just go like this, and then now you have this. This is not a choke, but it has tremendous amount of leverage on the neck. It's brutal in itself. And then now, once they let go, you can try to finish the choke this way. So you're pulling here, and then on the other side, you're squeezing in with the blade of your forearm, squeezing in on the other side, and try to get the choke this way. Okay, so this is what I recommend here. Now, what I showed you guys before was a very simple choke, where you're going boom like this, reach over, and that's it. This is a choke right here. It's so fast, so simple. And the difference here is compared to the headlock where you're in close like this, notice that I'm far away, right? My arms are extended, and that's why this works, because this part, the wrist blade part, has to be right on their neck, okay? And then the stick side right here, this is what's gonna scissor, and it's basically cutting off the blood supply, making it a blood choke, right? So if you could see right here, the neck is going to be right here, and then this, see, this is why you're cutting off their neck, essentially. So to get this kind of space, you could even put your knee right there, and now do it, okay? Now, one thing to note is Stickman's neck is very thin. That's a thin noodle. So here I have a much thicker noodle. So you should always test it out with different equipment. So right here, boom, like this, and then boom. Same thing, no problem. I feel like if I put any more pressure, the stick's gonna break. So I could put a tremendous amount of pressure, same thing with even a thicker foam noodle there. Now, going back to Stickman, right here, boom, like this. And the defense is very easy. All they have to do is block my right hand. So if they pull on my right hand, then I cannot do the scissoring motion. So I can't finish the choke. And if that's the case, then I move my body here and I just put it under my armpit. Just boom, right there. And we go back to this move where you have a ton of leverage on their neck, a ton of pressure and leverage, brutal pressure. And so when they let go, I can try to finish the choke that way. And if that's not working, what I personally like to do is just switch to this. Boom. This is all it is. So I could go back to kind of like a headlock position where it's nice and tight. could even grab, you know, my lapel and stuff. But the idea here is I'm using my armpit, I'm using my body as leverage. So this is basically it's a seesaw motion. And I'm using my body here to shove the stick into their neck. It's very powerful. I like the way I feel like I have a ton of leverage here. And if for whatever reason they start blocking my right hand, then I just switch back to this and come here. And then I can come here again. And then here's my choke, and then back to here. Okay, so it's just being flexible and adjusting to the different possibilities, making it a little bit more realistic. So that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.